Welcome to Fantastic Fiber Friday, and I'm going to start working on the second part of our art yarn series, which is Turkish knots. Now, when you're doing these yarns, you don't necessarily have to use two hand-spun yarns. Like in the case of what I've got going on here, I've got one hand-spun yarn and a commercial yarn. And you can do it with a commercial yarn, but you have to make sure that both yarns are spun in the same direction, so when you go to ply in the opposite direction, nothing comes entangled. So, and you don't want to hold them for too long or they will unravel, and I did have that happen to me when I first started doing these yarns. So, we're going to go on and move on to the Turkish knot yarns. And let me get going here, and you kind of basically do, oh, let me tighten that up. There we go. You kind of start out as you would for the spiral yarns, where you're holding one looser and one tighter, and seems that I need to tighten up my tension a little more. Something's not quite right here. What's going on? Come on, wheel. Let me turn that just a little bit and see if we get a bit of a faster draw. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we start out as we would for spiral yarns, where you hold one side taut and one side loose. And you see I'm just making a spiral yarn, but now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work back and forth in one spot and then go on. And see right there, oops, I didn't turn the camera down, my bad, I will do it again. But right here I have, oh, come on now, I have a Turkish knot, and I'll show you the knot. Let's see if we can zoom in a little more. Right there is my little knot. And we'll go on from here. Let's see. See, I'm starting as I would for spiral yarn pretty much. I'm kind of doing a spiral Turkish knot yarn. And I'm going to go ahead and make another knot. And so I'm just going to go back and forth and back and forth until I have it as big as I want. And right there you have another Turkish knot. Now I'm going to do it the other way. And then move on, and you see I've got a nice little Turkish knot there. You kind of just, it's almost like scribbling on the yarn. You're going to scribble on your yarn. I'm going to go back to regular spinning for a moment, and we'll do another one. And right there's my pretty little Turkish knot. Keep going, spin regular for a minute, and then let's do one in black. There we go. Oops, dropped my yarn there. And we got a nice little Turkish knot there. And with the Turkish knot yarn, you definitely need to cable it, apply it with something else when you're done, as that will make the knot stay in place a bit better. But like I said, with these yarns, you don't necessarily have to spin up two hand-spun singles. I'm actually using a sock yarn and a hand-spun single. The sock yarn is the black and gray, and the single is my yarn, my hand-dyed fiber that I spun up for part of a class when I was teaching actual just regular spinning. Let's do another one. And there's our Turkish knots. Let me turn this back around to me. Ooh, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Yeah, that was a little close. I hope you found this video informative. This will be, like I said, I'm going to be doing an art yarn series, so there's going to be probably, I think, about between 6 and 8 videos on different art yarns you can make. And the next one will be really long knots, and I'll show you how to do those. I can't remember what they're called right now, but I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week.